G'day there, podcaster. State of Origin kicking off tonight. We don't really know much about the sport. We never claimed we have, but we did our own State of Origin in our own special radio way, which was actually quite fun. So you can listen to that. Also, we spoke to people who froth energy drinks, like that they can't live without energy drinks. And there was a few stories about things that went wrong at funerals. It's the first thing you'll hear. Some of the best calls we'll have all week. Enjoy.
Ladies and gentlemen,
You ready?
stop what you're doing and listen.
Live across Australia. It's radio. This is Ben, Liam, and Bell on Nova.
Good evening, Australia. It's a Wednesday. We're halfway to Friday. Let's get stuck in.
13 24 10. We'd love to know what went wrong at the funeral. Over in Philadelphia, there's this video. It's hard not to laugh already. There's this video that's been uploaded, and sadly, they are at a funeral. All these people gathering round. The pallbearers are about to lower the coffin into the grave, and then it kind of collapses underneath them, and everyone falls into the grave with the coffin. And horribly, that wasn't even the worst part.
The casket fell onto the son of the man inside of it, knocking him out cold, face down in the mud.
One last hug with Dad.
A mud hug. That is brutal. And like, even if a funeral goes right, it's still not anyone's favourite day, is it?
No,
it's not a good thing.
No, but if you did attend a funeral and something went wrong, it was really memorable, we would love to know. 13 24 10. Yvonne in Brisbane, good evening. What went wrong at the funeral?
Hi, guys. Well, I had my dog down the beach up on the sunny coast, and these people had just been to the funeral of their relative. Rather than, burying the person or putting them in a wall, they decided they wanted to spread the ashes down at the beach. Mm-hmm. So they were down there spreading the ashes. Then they had this beautiful big floral wreath that they then threw out onto the ocean over the ashes. And my dog just took off, ran down, grabbed the wreath, which then flicked up over his head, and then he bolted about a kilometre down the beach with this bloody wreath. It was so embarrassing. I was mortified.
It's just a big frisbee to your dog.
It was.
And
it was a really big, expensive floral frisbee.
were they like finding the funny side? Were they like, that's probably Uncle Jack playing one last trick on us, or were they devastated?
Thank God they did find the funny side of it, but it was really embarrassing. Like, once I finally grabbed hold of him and then did the walk of shame with the wreath back up the beach and gave it back to them. But thankfully they did actually find it quite amusing. But yes, I was devastated.
Well, Yvonne, that is an amazing story. You're in the draw tonight for that laptop. Kelly in Brisbane, what went wrong at the funeral?
Hi, guys. One of my best friend's uncle's funeral, he was a really big bloke and he had to have a special coffin made because he was so big. But we went to the burial bit and I just looked at my friend and said, he's not going to fit in here. And they didn't dig the hole big enough to put the coffin in.
Heavens, he must have been a big fella.
Someone should have double-checked that.
That's nuts. So what did they do? Did they just like plonk it on top and then do the ceremony still? Or?
Yeah, well they plonked it on top. You know the metal bits they put on the top?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was too big for that as well. And they just said, sorry, we can't bury him now. Anyway, we walked away and then we could hear the backhoe backing up, beeping, and they were digging the hole as we were about to leave.
Wow. Just taking up space in the cemetery.
No.
You guys got to pay extra if you want a bigger hole.
You're going to have to get 2 plots. Sorry to break to you guys.
Oh, thanks, Kelly. Michael, what went wrong at the funeral?
Well, it was beautiful. It's supposed to be beautiful. Small amount of people, beautiful little church. And at the end of the day, we'd organised everything for Andrea Bocelli to be playing beautifully in the background.
Lovely.
But unfortunately, it only lasted a few seconds. It clicked into Highway to Hell.
One of the great anthems this nation has ever produced. Not in that context.
Yeah,
though.
that context, that's a bad message. So what happened, Michael?
Well, the problem was that the gentleman whose funeral it was actually killed on the road.
Oh.
So not good.
Oh.
No one thought of that at the time. I think that was a long-term thought.
No.
But at the time, Everything else is going beautifully until that happened.
Oh,
That,
no,
I
that's
just, I mean, yeah.
there's a cherry on top
The
there.
hell thing, I was like, that's bad. But then
Wow.
Oh,
the
no, that's it.
untimely
But
road
you know
accident.
what? That's maybe, again, coming back from the dead. It's a message from him. Maybe he's having a laugh.
It's funny. Maybe all of that's the nice silver lining. Maybe it was that relative who was the dog that the spirit lives on. I don't know. Anna in Sydney, what happened at yours?
So my father was cremated before the service. We were down by the Shoalhaven River south of Sydney. Everybody was having their opportunity to take a small handful of ashes and throw it into the Shoalhaven River.
Mm-hmm.
And so everybody was doing that. It came to my turn. I took my small handful, and right at the time that I threw him into the river, the wind changed and the entire crowd got a face full of Dad.
Oh, yeah.
Myself included. Yeah. Everybody got to ingest Dad.
That's how Dad would have wanted to go.
You're listening to Young Kings, Ben and Liam. Oh, yeah, Belle's there too.
The BS meter. We test it every week. It's in good condition at the moment, actually. 13, 24, 10. If you've got a story, whether it's true or completely made up, false, we'll try and work it out. And I don't care if you want to make something up. Like, that's okay. In fact, I always get a bit of a kick when someone's completely made something up and it gets past us.
Yeah, when we say true and they go, no, I made it up. That's fun. And if you can do that, 13, 24, 10, give us a buzz. Our favourite caller tonight will be walking away with dinner on us.
All right, let's go. Casey first. Hit us with your story.
So I won 1.6 million on Powerball 9 years ago.
Oh, Case. That's unbelievable.
I think she's telling the truth, right?
It's a lot of money.
Yeah, but people win Powerball all the time.
Get the BS meter out.
All right, here we go. We reckon you're telling the truth.
Yes.
Unreal. What did you do with the money?
Yeah, well, there were 22 of us. We all put $5 in together and bought a ticket, so we shared it. We got 76,000 each, but it was 1.6 million that we collected all up.
Yeah, I mean, you tell the story really well because it hooks you in with the 1.6.
Yeah, and look, 70 grand, that's great, Casey. But when I thought you'd won 1.6, I'm like, 70 grand, that's chump change. We'll win 70 grand.
All right, keep your calls coming through. 13 24 10 is our number. Tell us a story. Could be BS, could be true. If you can trick us, you're walking away with dinner on us. Plus, you go in the draw to win a $2,500 laptop.
Sam in Melbourne, what's your yarn, mate?
A bit of a time back, I went to a book launch for Sir Edmund Hillary, and I got my book signed by him and shook his hand.
So he did Everest, right? First to do Everest?
Yep, he was the first man to scale.
First man to do Everest.
Wow.
I feel like he would have a book, and I feel like he would do book signings.
I think, Sam, that's a very believable story.
But it could just be, you know what I mean? She could have just pulled it out of nowhere. It's
Totally.
like, who's a figure to, you know?
Sam, when did you say this happened?
Oh, about 20 years ago.
Yeah, okay.
All right, well, look, let's get the BS meter out. We think you are telling the truth, Sam.
I am, and he's a wonderful man.
Have you done it yourself? You done Everest?
I've been to base camp a few times.
It's pretty good.
You thinking about
few
doing
mountains,
the
yeah.
whole hog? Would you ever do it?
I want to do the Great Himalayan Trail. After meeting Sir Edmund Hillary, he inspired me to actually go to Nepal.
Nice.
Love
Well,
it.
you've shook his hand, so maybe a bit of him is in you now.
Yeah, maybe.
Amazing, Sam. All right, Tim, we're doing the BS meter. Tell us your story.
Oh, g'day, guys. I used to work for a police tactical group, and I got told to put all the gear in the car for on call overnight, and I drove out of the building and unfortunately left the sniper rifles on top of the vehicle, and they fell out onto one of the main roads, and I drove home.
So and you said you used to, and I'm assuming you would have been fired if this is something that you actually did. So you accidentally left some sniper rifles on a public road.
Yes, not accidentally, yes.
Yeah.
And so
Yes,
how
it just
long
happened. Yes,
after
I did.
you started driving did you realise that you'd left them on the roof?
I got into work the next day and got told what had happened, and it was just luck that not too long after I left, one of the other vehicles left and saw them in the gutter.
All right.
It's such a great story.
We're getting the BS meter out now. Let's see.
I reckon it's BS.
Bullshit.
What is it, Tim?
Yep.
It's BS?
Yes, that's it.
I mean, it's such a good story. I don't know where you pulled that from, but I really enjoyed it regardless. But there you go. It was BS. It didn't happen. Ash in Sydney, tell us your story.
Hey guys, so I was on a work trip. So when you fly internationally from Sydney to Munich, you fly business class, and I got upgraded to first class because I was a quantum frequent flyer. And on the flight, I actually saw Nicole Kidman.
Okay, well, yeah, I mean, Kidman,
Yeah,
you could
but-
see she's Qantas. She would be a first-class passenger.
Yeah, but then it's also such an easy thing to make up as well, you know? So
Look, we're on a hot streak tonight.
Yeah.
We're going for 3 for 3. Let's get the BS meter out. We think you're telling the truth, Ash.
I was bullshitting.
Did you even fly first class?
I did, but I'm a concern.
That's the best lies are like hidden in truth. Was there anyone even remotely cool up there in first class?
No.
No, not at all. Yeah.
The Ben, Liam and Bell podcast. It's very nice. I can't even... I think I'll leave the impressions to Liam.
There are battle lines stretching across thousands of kilometers, dividing 5 kingdoms.
Isn't there 6 states and 2 territories?
We're obviously not counting Tasmania or the other 2. Tonight, it's all-out war in Nova's state of origin.
Once and for all, we're going to decide which is the best state in Australia. We have 5 callers. 1 from Victoria, 1 from Queensland, New South Wales, South Australia, and Western Australia. They are going to decide who is the best state.
Okay, we're going to go to Victoria first. You can evict the weakest state. Who do you want to get rid of?
New South Wales.
All right, that is a ding for New South Wales. Let's move to Queensland. Queensland, who would you like to get rid of?
New South Wales.
Oh, gee whiz. It's not looking good. New South Wales, do you want to fight back a little bit? Queensland and Victoria have already voted you out. What are you thinking?
Yeah, not cool, guys. What is happening?
who would you like to put your vote to kick out?
Queensland.
All right, cop that, Queensland.
Cop it.
South Australia, who do you want to get rid of?
Oh, my God, I'm getting confused on who's left.
You can vote for whoever you want. They're all available.
Queensland.
Yeah, Queensland. Let's go.
Oh, jeez. All right, here we go.
Okay, we currently have 2 votes against New South Wales and 2 votes against Queensland.
Okay, Western Australia, you can vote for who you want to kick out. Would you like to kick out Queensland or New South Wales?
Oh, mate, back me up.
I'm sorry, New South Wales, but I'm going to have to kick it.
Oh, New South out. Oh. See you, New South Wales. Hang there because you will be involved in the game a little bit later on. Okay, now that leaves Victoria, Queensland, South Australia and Western Australia. Victoria, let's make this quick. Who do you want to get rid of?
Oh, South Australia.
Oh, gee whiz. Okay, Queensland, who's your vote?
South Australia.
Oh, Ben and I are SA boys. South Australia, fight back. Who do you want to get rid of?
WA.
All right. Well, it seems like a drive-by there. I don't know. I don't really think WA deserved that. But WA, who would you like to get rid of?
Let's go South Australia.
Yeah, South Australia's out with New South Wales. They're both on the bench now. You've been evicted. That leaves Victoria, Queensland and Western Australia. Victoria, who are you turning against?
Western Australia.
Oh, okay. Queensland, are you thinking the same?
Western Australia.
All right. WA, your vote doesn't count. You've been evicted. Goodbye. That leaves 2 states. Only one can win Origin.
Now, this is where the game changes because Victoria and Queensland, the 2 remaining states, don't get a vote. We bring back the eliminated states and they decide who is the ultimate state in Australia.
Okay. Hayley from New South Wales, Victoria and Queensland. Who are you evicting?
Oh, so go again, Hayley.
Queensland.
Queensland.
Okay, all right. Well, this is the deciding vote because Courtney in South Australia has the power to get rid of Queensland right now, although South Australians traditionally hate Victorians, so this could even it up. Who would you like to evict?
Victoria.
Oh! Which means all the power for the state of origin lies in the hands of the state that has crapped on the most. We say how often they're behind the eastern states. Oh yeah, Perth time, catch up, Sandra Sully with the late news. But now you have the say. Tyson, this is huge. Do it for everyone in Western Australia. Tell us once and for all, who gets evicted? Is it Victoria or is it Queensland? Only one state can win.
I'm going to go Victoria.
Queensland's the best state in Australia. Let's hit cane toads with golf clubs.
What the hell, Liam?
That's what they do up there.
They do a bit of
love
that.
Okay.
Well,
They
that
love
could be
Bundy.
2 wins for QLD. They could win the Origin tonight, but they've won Nova State of Origin. What does that mean to you, Queensland?
Oh, mate, means the world, and hopefully it means Queensland are going to win it tonight in the real thing.
Yeah, good on you,
Nice.
Queensland.
I bet you can't keep a mewing streak for this whole podcast. Oi, stop gooning. The next bit's about to start.
I want to know on 13 24 10, are you a sugar addict? Give us a buzz. Now, I'm looking for extreme sugar addicts. I could not believe a video I saw online yesterday. It was from Dwayne Russell, the AFL commentator. I liked the video because they were filming him before he called a game of AFL. And he was running through his setup. He showed his notes, but then he ran through his snacks. So what I'm about to play you is everything that he consumes in a game of footy.
So I've got a couple of twirls. Already done half the peppermint, so already halfway into the family block. Got 1, 2, 3 Cokes ready to go. Red Bull for half time, and we should be right. Let's do it.
That's a lot. Dads love a twirl as well. My dad loves a twirl.
2 twirls. He was having 2 twirls, half a block of Cadbury family block of peppermint. He said he's going to finish that before the end of the game. That's before the game even started. 3 full sugar Cokes, and at halftime he was having an energy drink.
That is I'm genuinely concerned for him, but I'm sure there is as bad, if not worse.
But that's when they're like, Basilica coming out the side of the gate. Here we go. Here 3 lines coming in the centre square. Look at that. It's because they're just so jacked up on the sugar, what I mean?
Totally. When you see Wayno calling a game, he's got that vein in his forehead. That's from the Red Bull.
He's going to explode.
Yeah.
Yeah. Steph in Sydney, you're a sugar addict. Can you match that? What are you eating in a day?
Well, you know how people say you need to drink at least 2 to 3 litres of water a day?
Yep.
I drink that in soft drink.
Oh,
Steph!
That's a killer.
What's your drink of choice?
Sprite, Coke, Fanta, whatever, really.
Have you ever tried to give it up?
No.
So you're having 2 litres of soft drink a day.
2 to 3.
Yeah.
Steph, you know what you can do? Have you tried a soda stream and you can buy the Pepsi cordial you can put in it?
It's not the same.
Yeah, I know it's
You
not
don't
the
get
same.
You don't get the same here.
Yeah.
Are you sleeping? Do you sleep all right?
Yeah, sleep fine. Sleep great.
Yeah, because she crashes.
Steph, that is unbelievable.
That's wild.
You certainly are a sugar addict. And guess what? You're now in the draw to win that brand new laptop.
Amazing. Thanks, guys.
No worries at all. If you would also like to go in the draw, you just have to get your voice on air. So 13 24 10, Sugar Addicts Anonymous. You can tell us who you are. You can remain anonymous. It's up to you. We want to know, are you addicted to sugar?
Amy in Sydney, you're a sugar addict. How much are you having a day?
Yes, I am, boys. I drink.
Oh, Belle's here too.
It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, I drink 4 cans a day.
4 cans?
Yeah.
Of what?
Coke, you name it.
Yeah. Well, it's brutal, but not quite as much as 2 to 3 litres.
Yep.
Yeah, but she's also mixing it with energy drinks, not just soft drinks.
Yeah,
That's
okay,
bad
yeah.
for you.
What, you getting mothers in there as well? You having a big can of mother every now and then, Amy?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Big dirty can of mother. That'll learn you.
Oh.
Arthur in Brizzy, you're a sugar addict?
Yeah, mate. I drink probably a minimum of 4, if not more, energy drinks every day. That'd be before 10 o'clock.
Whoa! What do you do? Do you have like a crazy sort of laborious job, Arthur?
I'm a steel fixer, bud.
A what? Sorry.
A steel fixer. I do the concrete steel for reinforcing concrete.
Yeah, and what? So have you ever tried to shave one off, like just do a day with 3 energy drinks to try and wean yourself off a bit, or?
So I've done a couple of days there, here and there. I've got 4 kids, man, so sometimes funds are a bit light. Going to work without any energy drinks or blocks of chocolate or bags of packets of wagon wheels and stuff like that, and I can't manage the day, man. I just start dipping at people.
Yeah, 4 kids and a hard job.
Oh,
I mean,
whatever
you do
gets
need
you
energy.
through, you know? Red Bull gives you wings.
Arthur, can I ask, as someone who's such a connoisseur of energy drinks, what would be your go-to?
It's always been the Monsters, just the original one, but there is one of these new pre-workout ones. It's like a blue raspberry flavour, and that's the jam. I can't find it very often.
Oh, Arthur.
That'll get you going. Gee whiz, I think I would be in hospital if I had 4 blue monsters. Like, what would actually happen if you hadn't worked your way up to that? You'd go nuts.
I think you'd put a cow down with 4 energy drinks. That's how strong they are.
100%. Daniel in Sydney, is it energy drinks as well? You're a bit of a sugar addict. What's going on?
Definitely a sugar addict. I eat a can of the Cadbury chocolate powder per day, and then like a handful of gummy bears throughout the day.
What?
Why not just eat chocolate? Hey, we all love chocolate. We all love chocolate. Like, I get if you're going through a family block, but why in powder form?
It's a texture thing. I have my first part when I'm making my mocha in the morning, and then a teaspoon, and then throughout the day, it kind of just gets away from me in the can.
You're eating 450 grams of Cadbury drinking chocolate a day.
Well, yeah, I run though, so it should be fine.
Whoa.
So you run?
Yeah, you a runner, Daniel.
Well, with that much sugar, you kind of got to be.
Yeah, I suppose.
Yeah.
You're hanging off the wall.
Wow.
Form. It's a texture that you're just racking up lines of drinking
To be
chocolate.
honest, though, like sugar and unhealthiness aside, the cost of that these days, if you're having one a day, is probably the same as a coffee every day, really.
You can get them on Woolies for $7 a
Yeah,
tub.
exactly. So, like, really, if you were having a morning and a lunchtime coffee, you're actually spending more than one of those.
Are you justifying eating 450 grams of Cadbury drinking chocolate
You know
a
how
day?
I feel about like energy drinks and everything, and I'm so against
we should
all
do
of
a
this,
show tomorrow, and we spin a wheel, and one of us has to have 4 monsters. One of us has to eat the Cadbury drinking chocolate, the whole damn thing, and then the other one has to have 3 litres of soft drink.
No, thank you. I
Could you
choose
imagine?
life. I choose life.
W's in the chat for this pod.
We got a new Harry. We got a new Ron. We got a new Hermione. There's this HBO TV series. They're rebooting Harry Potter. Kind of makes sense for the younger generation. Might be hard for people our age watching it, being like, how dare you stand where he stood. It's actually a reference to the film and the books. I get it. I'm a bit of a Potterhead. Anyway, their lives are going to change forever, whether it's good or bad. But they had these open casting calls in the UK. It was like, if you're 9 to 11, audition. God knows how many people would have gone for that.
Oh
but
my
they picked them. And they look the part. Like, they all look just like, exactly how you would imagine. Like, Ron's, he's like a little ginger boy. Harry looks like exactly like Daniel Radcliffe, really, blue eyes, and Hermione looks the same as well.
Yeah, are they going to go like shot for shot though? Is it going to be
I
like?
don't know. I think they'll mix it up a little bit. Like, I mean, everyone's going to watch it, right? Whether you're going to like it or not, everyone's going to want to see how they do it again.
An open casting call as well would be like, you can just imagine every parent being like, yeah, you look a bit like Harry. We're taking you. Go.
Get in there. Get in there. And this is the thing, because they look exactly like Harry, Ron, and Hermione, I wanted to try something tonight, which is probably not going to work, but I want you to go with me on it. Do you sound like someone? If you're listening right now and you're like, I've been told in the past that I sound like Ed Sheeran or, I don't know, Vin Diesel or like Beyonce, or like someone said, oh, your voice sounds like a celebrity or like a known figure. You sound like Anthony Albanese. Has anyone ever told you that? 13 24 10. Call us, because we would like to hear from you.
So they don't have to sound like somebody from Harry Potter.
It doesn't have to be Harry Potter, no. You could be like, people may have said, oh, you sound a bit like that character from that movie or that TV show, or maybe it's a politician, or it's just like some known figure.
But like, is that a thing?
Probably not, and that's why we've got no calls for it just yet. But I'm keen. I'm interested, right? Like, if even one or two people have told you in the past that you sound like someone, we want to hear.
That bit was Baby Gronk approved.
Credit where credit is due. Sometimes you come on the radio and you set the bar pretty high.
Yeah.
And I always sit back in awe and go, wow, he's jumped over it. He's done it. Because you asked on 13 24 10, give us a buzz if you sound like a celebrity.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
I didn't think we'd get calls.
We've got one. So this could be amazing.
So this could, and all our eggs are in one basket here.
Because obviously quite often you would hear people tell other people they look like a certain somebody,
Yes.
but you don't often hear you sound like somebody.
Yeah. We're joined now by Kylie in Brizzy. How you doing, Kylie?
Hello, it's Frank Walker here from National Tiles. I've got 50% off tiles all week for the month of May. Let's go.
Yeah, okay. And yeah, yes, you do sound a bit like Frank Walker
that's
there
an
from National
impression.
Tiles. You are doing an impression of Frank
That's
Walker. I don't think
different.
you normally talk like that, but maybe I wasn't clear enough.
Like, we could all sit here and do impressions.
Hey,
But
in fact, I would.
No, we're
there's
not
nothing I'd
doing
love
that.
more to dedicate the last 20 minutes of tonight's program to me doing impressions.
And Liam, I pumped your tyres.
Yep.
But you didn't make it over the bar tonight.
And that's it. Champ got knocked out today, but we can't win them all, and we keep battling.
And that's it.
Liked that podcast? There's heaps more to listen to if you just scroll back or download the Nova Player app.
Ben, Liam, and Bell.